On November 28, 2011, in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, an 8-year-old boy was removed from his home by social workers and placed in foster care. The boy was taken from his home because his mother had allowed him to reach 200 pounds, 142.8 pounds above the average 8-year-old boy his age. Although this case may be extreme, young children such as this boy are falling into obesity at an alarming rate. Aside from parenting, what can counteract this growing problem? I suggest we look at the school system, which children spend most of their young lives attending. My name is David, and after researching the current physical education requirements for students grade kindergarten through 12th grade, it is clear to me that schools can and should be doing more to counteract obesity in children. Obesity is defined as a body mass at or above the 95th percentile of children the same sex and age. Since 1980, obesity rates in children ages 6 through 11 have increased from 7% to 20%, and in ages 12 through 19, that increase is from 5% to 18% over the same period. The consequences of this, the two most significant consequences are high blood pressure and high cholesterol. And the reason these are so significant is because they put the children at a risk factor for cardiovascular disease, which is also heart disease. In fact, in one study, 70% of obese children had at least one cardiovascular disease risk factor. Other significant problems associated with childhood obesity includes joint problems, fatty liver disease, gallstones, and breathing problems such as sleep apnea and asthma. With the growing concern for the health of children, schools are attempting to counteract the problem, however, with little success. Current physical education requirements are not demanding enough. The recommended structure of physical education requirements currently are 30 minutes daily for elementary school students and 45 minutes of instructional period daily for junior high and high school students. However, that is not the same, or the recommendation is not what actually occurs. 8% of elementary schools, 6.4% of middle schools, and 5.8% of high schools provide daily physical education classes. So, if we look at what doctors actually recommend for children to receive weekly in physical activity, is 7 hours of moderate to vigorous exercise weekly, and this should include aerobic training, muscle strengthening, and bone strengthening. After reviewing the current curriculum recommendations, as well as doctor recommendations, we can do some math. Although 92% of schools don't have daily physical education, let's assume they did. With the I completely skipped a part, so I'm just going to backtrack. Alright, so with this actual structure, with that percent of schools that do have physical education daily, even when physical education programs are in place, it is estimated that students are only actually engaged in moderate to vigorous activity for 18 minutes per class. Alright, so taking that estimated 18 minutes of exercise per class a student receives, one class daily, Monday through Friday, results in roughly 90 minutes of weekly exercise. This leaves 330 minutes of exercise for the children to do outside of school hours. Unfortunately, it is apparent that schools are not requiring physical education, or are not requiring enough physical education to counteract obesity. Therefore, I suggest that we should increase physical education requirements to 5 hours per week, 1 hour daily, Monday through Friday. Doing this will significantly improve the well-being of children. It's very basic, it's straightforward, and it's simple. Exercise has been proven to improve physical and mental health. Therefore, if we were to require children in grades kindergarten through 12th grade to have 60 minutes of exercise daily in class, they will have stronger immune systems, lower blood pressure, stronger cardiovascular systems, as well as improved memory, concentration, and prevention of anxiety and depression. These are just some of the health benefits that would come from this increase in demand for physical education requirements. In conclusion, 12.5 million children in the U.S. are facing serious health issues due to obesity. Although public schools have been attempting to counteract this problem, their efforts are not enough. By requiring 5 hours of physical education courses weekly for students grades K through 12, the well-being of children in the U.S. will improve.
Thank you. 6 minutes.